Namaste, cool dolphins, and welcome to our Monday flow together. So today I thought we'd keep it quite straightforward. Mondays feel like that is the tonic to a Monday sometimes, so we'll keep this one kind of easygoing, simple, some deep stretches, and a few sort of rinsey repeats. So everything should be kind of familiar, and we'll go steadily today, so nothing too dynamic. So as usual, just move into your stretches how deeply you feel. When in doubt, make the movement smaller or just take rest. So whenever you're ready, we're actually going to start in standing today. So coming up to your feet, and we'll take your feet around hips distance apart. You might be at the front of your mat with your device ahead of you, but I'll just space you for now. So let's just rinse out each ankle and just find a little bit of space in your breath. And then just wriggle your toes a little bit and then set them down. Thinking of your feet as having 4 corners each. We're just going to rotate the wrists as well. Let that rotation move up towards your shoulders, where we'll just take 2 or 3 nice shoulder rolls. Let your breath empty fully. Just going to take the arms up overhead and draw your palms together until they drift towards your third eye point. So the space between your eyebrows. I want you to feel like you're just greeting this space today. So you're just going to circle your thumb knuckles in that space between your eyebrows, massaging that third eye point. I want you to feel how that affects the breath. Maybe the eyes are closed here. Just easing the muscles of the face. And then exhaling, we're just going to release the hands, take the left hand to the upper chest, the right hand to the belly, and let your shoulders soften down. Noticing how you feel in those steady feet. And letting your breath move in and out, fully and softly. So allow you to feel the breath under both hands as we breathe in and out through the nose, so the mouth is closed. Maybe feeling and noticing an echo of that massage between your eyebrows. And on the next breath out, just let your shoulders drop a little more, let the hands gently come to your sides. We're going to pull the palms face up around the belly button. Bring that up to your shoulders and let your breath change direction and gently empty out. And imagine like that cafetiere, that coffee pressing down. Breathing in, rising the palms, feel a deeper inhale. And then change direction with the palms and gently let the shoulders draw down. So we're going to do that 2 more times. And you might not move at the same pace as me. Notice your breath moving its fullest, your own unique rhythm. And this time as you bring the palms up, bring them to your shoulders, breathe in. And then take the palms out to your sides as if you're pressing away two boxes with the hands. Stretch the arms. And we're just going to circle those hands at your sides. Notice how that feels in the chest and shoulders. Maybe that circle grows bigger. One more deep breath. And then as we take another breath in, just come up onto your tiptoes as the arms come into the air. So you don't worry if you're staying too long on those tiptoes. We'll take a moment to stretch the toes, use your balance. And then as we exhale, we'll land the heels again, open the arms out to your sides. This time we're going to bend the knees and stretch your back over your thighs. Coming down as you drop the head and arms into your forwards fold. Slide your hands up to your shin bones. Find a full breath in as you stretch your legs a little bit and take your crown forward so you're at a right angle with the ground. Exhaling, rebend the knees, lay the chest along the thighs, drop the head and chest. We're going to repeat that, coming all the way back up to stand with open arms. And then prayer position towards the chest. So we're taking the arms up, rising onto tiptoes. Exhale, open the arms, land the heels down, knees bend, back stretches over the thighs, dropping the head and chest. Hands slide up to the shins, flat back, at right angle with the ground, maybe more of a stretch in the hamstrings and glutes. And then exhale, rebend the knees, find that floor again. We're going to lift your right foot, step it to the back of the mat. That can be a few hops back, finding your way into lunge. Nice even hips, try not to swerve to this side. We're going to inhale, move forwards, lift the chest slightly as you land the back knee. As we exhale, we're going to start to lift the back knee. Lift into both legs and drop your head to worship that left kneecap with your head. If you feel you could find more space, we're taking the fingertips tall and lifting the ball of left foot as you drop your head softer. Listen to the kneecap if that suits you. You might always keep the foot on the ground. Inhaling, we're going to move between those 2 points. Nice full breath in, lifting the chest. Nice full breath out, lifting into both legs. Nice full breath in. Really drink that in-breath down to the belly. And then fully empty the breath as we stretch up, pressing the muscles of the stomach up against the spine. One more time. Inhaling, let it bend back into your front knee. We're just going to change your shoulders and feet to turn around to your right side. So we're walking the hands around to your side position. Feet are now out towards your right side. You're just going to take a little bend in your right knee. Find that inner groin stretch on the left. Breathe in, find your center, take a little bend in the left knee. Find your inner groin stretch on the right. Come up center, strengthen the legs. You can always bend the knees here if that's a little tough. I'm going to take the hands up and over the top of your back, interlacing the fingers. Maybe opening the chest with a little squeeze of the shoulders. Bending into both knees generously, almost squatting to come up. Lift the chest and bring the hands up and behind you to come to stand. Exhaling to fly the arms gently to your sides. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's take a little rock to step your feet to the front of the mat. Breathe in, let's do that again. Lifting up with the arms, stretch onto the tippy toes. Exhale, come down to the heels, lengthen over your thighs. Hands slide to the shins, finding a flat back. Breathing in. Breathing out to come back down. Inhale, open the arms wide as you come back up to stand. Exhale, prayer position towards the chest. Repeating, inhale, tiptoes. Exhale, heels folding forwards, generous bend in the knees, long spine. Hands slide up to the shins, flat back, crown presses forwards. Exhaling to refold. Hands find the ground as we lift your left foot, step it back on a parallel back foot. Try not to let the hips swerve, hips face the front of the mat as we gently land your left knee. Breathing in as you lift the chest, breathing out as we find its opposite, lifting both legs, stretching into that right hamstring. Maybe lifting the right ball of the foot, maybe not. Bring your weight forwards as you take your next breath in. We're lifting the chest slightly, finding the left hip, the belly skin stretch. Exhale, let's move back into your abdominal muscles, pressing against the spine. Moving between the two, nice full breaths in and out. In and out. As you move forwards, this time we're walking those hands around. Just panther walk them over towards the left. Both sets of feet face out to the left now as we find a slightly deeper fold. Exhaling, drawing the chest down. We're going to do as before, slightly bend the knees if that's more comfortable. Find your hands moving up and behind you to interlace. Taking a full breath to stretch the legs and the chest. And then bending into both knees, we're almost squatting to come up. So we lift the chest, we lift and bring the hands down behind us. Flying the hands to your sides. So we're just going to take the hands towards the shoulders and take 3 nice circles of the elbow tips in, out and open. And then just taking them level, let's release your right hand down. So now we're just going to circle your left elbow behind you, forwards and round. So you're getting into the back of that shoulder blade. And then just bring that up and overhead like a nice big side stretch, growing through the fingertips. Let's try and keep our back strong and pretty much straight as you fold gently towards your right foot. So you're drawing a half circle with your left arm down towards the ground. And then just keep that circle going. Let your right arm take over and open up back to your standing open pose. So we're going to do that on the other side. Right hand to the right shoulder, left hand relaxes. Taking 3 nice big circles, this time reversing that movement so the elbow moves behind you and then in front. And when you're ready, we'll extend that up through the arms so that goes into your ribs as you find your side stretch. Keeping the back long, we're moving down from the hips to visit your left foot. Come through center and let your left arm take over, bringing you all the way back open. Good. Breathing in, let's start to take your heels in, your feet turned out. Allow your knees to bend a little bit. We're going to take each hand on top of each thigh. Notice how your hips feel here. If you need to, just take a little wriggle side to side. You're going to take a tall chest here, breathe in. Make sure the knees are gently trying to follow the toes, so not drawing in or lifting the little toes. Breathing out, let's look towards the front of the mat. Gently drop your left shoulder. Breathing in, come back to center. We're going to take that on the other side. So we'll look towards the back of the mat, gently drop your right shoulder. Inhaling to center. Exhaling, slide the chest down until the forearms find the inside of your thighs. See how you feel here, gently swaying side to side with the equilibrium of the thighs pressing to the elbows and the elbows pressing back. Exhaling, find the ground. When you're ready, align the feet. So we're going to start to move towards your right foot, towards the front of the mat. Step both feet to the back, and we're going to find one vinyasa, our yoga bread and butter. So we're coming to plank position, strong spread shoulders, strong spread palms. Using the core, you can come down via the knees, or bring the elbow tips in, land like a press up but a press down. Hands under the shoulders to lift the chest. Finding a small arch, then lifting the hips back over your tucked toes. Breathing in, let's come to your tabletop. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to tap the toes and lift your knees, coming into one down dog. So our down dog is straight through the whole back and the legs. We want to feel like the peak of your pose. Your hip bones are rising out of the shoulders and the arms and out of the feet and legs. Keeping space between your shoulder blades. Don't worry if the knees stay bent throughout. We're still getting that stretch through our back. One last deep breath. As we exhale, allow your knees to bend. Come and gently land and sit back on your feet. So don't worry if this doesn't feel completely comfortable. If you want to, you can always come to cross legs. But as we sit on the shin bones here, we're just going to take your right arm up and overhead. Just squeeze the back of that right arm and just tip your head slightly to the left. So getting an extension around the back of the shoulder and through the neck. Exhaling, when you're ready, release and simply change over. Your left arm comes and crosses the chest. We squeeze that upper arm, top of your head, just lean slightly away from that left shoulder. Exhaling, release, take yourself forwards, back to tabletop. We're going to inhale here, let your belly draw down, chest slightly forwards, finding an arch. Exhaling, pressing into your rounded Halloween cat, chin to chest, tuck tailbone. So now we find our breath and our movement affecting each other again. Maybe close the eyes as we arch, breathing in, and as we round, breathing out. 2 more. One more. Inhaling, nice level spine. Let's cross the feet underneath us or around to the side, however you arrive in your crossed legs. I'm going to shuffle into the middle of the mat. Pick up the knees. Lift through the chest and lower back. And then gently let's open the knees up into Baddha Konasana. Butterfly pose. So a little wriggle of your hips side to side. Hands to the shins. We can sit tall here. Breathe to move your chest gently forwards. If there's room for it, you might take your hands to the ankles, or even both hands to both feet, squeezing the elbows either side of the ribs, lengthening forwards, head drops down. And then feel like you're taking 2 more breaths, really to invest your breath in this pose. Move the knees together. Feet at about your hips distance as we find our way down to your back. So you can use your core or you can walk your hands back. Lifting your left foot into the air as you land. Let's just circle the ankle and wriggle the toes. So you're feeling a sense of alignment across your back. A really nice easy going sort of draining of your left foot. When you're ready, start to flex that floating heel and take that gently on top of your right thigh. If you're not sure, you can always pause the video and have a little look. Your left foot is flexed strongly to protect that ankle, and that foot is on top of the right thigh. And we're going to inhale here, see if we can lift your right thigh towards you. If that feels okay, you can stay there, hands on the ribs. If you feel like deepening that, we're going to lift the chest, use your core, take the hands behind your right thigh to interlace and draw back to your chest and head. And then feel as if your out breath is particularly emphasized here to really press your back into the ground, like you're trying to print it into your mat. Everything really grounded. Breathing in. And breathing out as we release that stretch. Changing over, left foot flat to the floor, right foot into the air. Circling that right ankle joint. Wriggling the toes. Noticing the space between your toes and noticing that draining feeling of your circulation away from your foot. And when you're ready, start to flex that right foot. Take it on top of your left thigh and thread the needle. If you're not sure, you can always pause and have a little look. We're going to inhale, lift your left thigh towards you. Hands can just rest on the ribs. If you can, lift your chest and make your connection. Hands interlace behind the left thigh. But make sure that you can relax your chest and head on the ground if you're making that connection. Give yourself 3 deep breaths again. Emphasis on the exhale with the mouth closed. Almost half closing your out breath to create that warmth in the back of the throat. Printing your back into your mat. One last deep breath. Exhaling, releasing the hands. So we're just going to release the feet, set them at hips distance apart. Take the arms nice and wide to your side, wriggle your fingers. Let your knees move over to your right side and then center and then left. So your feet are on the ground with windscreen wipers with your knees side to side, just wriggling across your hips. You might even feel a really nice massage across your glutes. Twisting gently. Spend another breath or two with this twisting movement, just wriggling out, finding the sides of the body. And then when you're ready, start to come center with the knees. Bundle your knees towards your chest to squeeze your shins in towards you. And we'll take your hands lightly on the kneecaps and stir your knees. So you're into your lower back as a massage, circling. Let those knees move the other way, circling in the other direction. And then when you're ready, we're stretching your arms above you on the ground and stretching your legs out long in front of you on the ground. Stretch, stretch, stretch like a big yawn. Exhaling, flopping the arms either side of your hips. And as you breathe out, feel the weight of your body supported completely by the ground, so we don't have to make any effort in the muscles. Closing the eyes softly if they haven't already, and just letting your breath take over. No need to manage the breath. Let's spend a few quiet moments in this Savasana here together, just noticing how the body feels as we let it relax and rest. And as we take another full breath in and softly out, this time open the mouth up a little bit, sigh the breath out of the mouth. And just one more time like that, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to bring your knees towards your chest. Let yourself tumble over to the left. So you're curled up in a little hedgehog ball on your side. And gently, gently, we're going to find our way up to sitting pose, cross legs or legs out in front, whatever suits you today. Take a little wriggle of your hips, rise through the center of the body, notice where your sit bones meet the ground. Feel the steadiness of the ground. We're going to finish with left hand on the chest, right hand on top of that, spreading the fingers. And then just noticing your heartbeat as we close the eyes. Breathing in here and breathing out to just bow. So you're kind of pouring your chest and your heart onto your hands. Inhaling, let's come up to rise. Palms softly together. Bowing to each other here. Namaste. Let's take a big stretch up and open with the arms. Open out to your day or your evening. Give the hands a little shake out. Thank you very much for joining me and keeping it simple with our flow. I hope that that simplicity and breath takes you into whatever the rest of your Monday holds. Namaste and see you next time.